Airports say a lot about a country, and this is one of the most amazing, efficient airports in the world. And that says a lot about Singapore. This is the first stop on my 16-day tour of Southeast Asia, and I chose Singapore for a few specific reasons. First, you have some really strong regulations in this country, and that's luring money from all over the world because people feel safe bringing their cash here. Second, you have one of the strongest currencies in the world. And third, you have international mindset here. You have money flowing in from the Middle East, from all over Southeast Asia, from Australia, and pretty much the world. In fact, in some ways, Singapore is beginning to replace Hong Kong as the financial capital of Asia. So, let me show you Singapore, one of my favorite cities in the whole world.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me.
Singapore. Of all the markets in all the world, this is the one where Americans should have meaningful financial exposure. I first started investing directly in Singapore nearly a decade ago because I wanted some of my family's wealth in what I saw as the financial heartbeat of Asia. Just about everyone considers Hong Kong the region's financial capital, and it is important for sure. But in practical terms, Hong Kong has largely become the gateway to China, while Singapore, well, it has fashioned itself into the gateway to the rest of Asia. This is where the money flows in from the Middle East. It's the launching pad for Australian and European investors putting money to work in Southeast Asia, and it's where the wealthy from Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, and even Hong Kong come to stash some of their cash, just in case things go a little pear-shaped back at home. All of this is mainly the result of a few characteristics unique to Singapore. It has a reputation as one of the freest markets in the world. It's highly regulated, which for investors means the place is equally safe as, if not safer than, the U.S. And it has the Singapore dollar, easily one of the 2 or 3 soundest, most well-managed currencies on the planet. But for me, what makes Singapore so attractive is that this is where the U.S. investor can easily buy into Singapore-listed companies that are tied directly to fast-growing countries like Myanmar, Vietnam, and Thailand, companies you're not going to access by investing only through U.S. stock markets. That's why Singapore is one of the primary destinations for my Emerging Market Strategist subscribers. We use Singapore as our own gateway into unique opportunities, like the stock I just recently recommended that will benefit as Myanmar now begins to open up. Though I recommend having a brokerage account in Singapore, the fact is you don't necessarily need one if you only want to limit your trading to Singapore-listed companies. These days, several U.S. firms, including Evertrade, Schwab, Interactive Brokers, and E-Trade, all let you trade in Singapore. Consider this your wake-up call, because Singapore is the place you need to be.